don't as he gets him through the boxes on toward A. Watch for impression, he's followed it up, but Cold strikes. He goes back out immediately from the ladder room. It gives up B in doing so. His forward stance allows him to slip in the back, but good peek. A first peek to get Moxie on 15 and a follow-up, the M4. Only takes 2, and in fact, Cold shot over top of his teammate to get the last kill as well. So 3 for him in the round, and they shut it down to go 10-2.
Nice opportunity there from Boot to maybe get the bomb down. But
just trying to keep things on spot. BRB over here still tucked in towards Ivy. We're seeing a little bit of spam going through. The bomb's actually still down towards T-spawn. We still haven't seen any commitment from Renegades yet, but they certainly have the utility to roll out that outer execute you're referring to. They're starting to gather up now to push out.
Oh, that's going to allow Device to just rattle in with the 1D. Jays Walkings goes down. That could be a bit of an issue. There's not too much time left, and Device is not giving up yet. Still landing 1D. Glaive with a 1-tap as well, and it's gone horribly wrong for Renegades. It's all on JKS with his 47 health. He's been spotted. He's been smoked off. He doesn't have control of the bomb. Everything stacking against him. And he is about with more of a fake. They tossed over a bunch of Molotovs. But Astralis have Zipex, who's in connector, can quickly rotate round. They haven't seen any players dart out just yet. And now they can hear gunfire on Pop Dog. They're going to know exactly what's coming up. Zipex is already rotated. Device goes down, however. This is Renegade's best chance since the pistol of getting something to go their way. Blade's going to peek out. He's going to have his head taken off his shoulders. And now Zipex in the smoke has to try and clutch. Now, when it comes to clutching, Zipex one of the best in the world doing this. But I think his days are numbered. And if he'd landed that shot through the smoke, I'd have had a heart attack. Won't be happening. This round's going to go the way of Renegades. So, first time since pistol, they get themselves on the board.
Not even an op save, but it doesn't really matter. There's plenty of money for Astralis to rebuy, even into a double op again if they so chose. But yeah, I think that's where the limits of Astralis' aggression finally got met. I think it just really came down to the fact that Kirby didn't check that angle as he came.
Only one player for the time being, so it'll be JKS. He does have his Stillo in connector. But now the nades are starting to fall, and the rotation will come with it. Here comes the push. Zipex taking point from his team straight through towards the smoke. And the two smokes that do connect it, trying to take away as much vision as possible, allow Zipex to get into this position. The Glock is going to rattle out, and JKS falls by the wayside. As though does pluck out Dupree, who overstayed his welcome in the smoke. It dissipated, and so did his life. But Renegades have a retake on their hands. And although it started pretty well, Kirby has landed a beautiful 1-tap and a second as well. Kirby on fire in this round. Maybe gave Device enough hope to try and clutch this. That smoke's not great. And Device is going to see him as soon as he peeks around the corner. Jace Walking's derping that smoke quite a bit, to be honest, from his angle. And they get punished. Astralis.
a kill. It's unseized.
Getting alright with the Deagle. Till Simple found him with an AK, having given up the AWP, given the situation. You're exactly right in saying that he did want to play this role. Good find, Bialy. More pistol damage, more to work with. Pasha, corner, 1 HP, Simply found, Simply put down, so too is Bialy. 7-1. But even when he was on Liquid, he loved to pick it up.
Yeah.
And they had Kusta. He even liked to steal it from him. Out of the sight, though, blinded up, spots the headshot, does take down Zeus, and what a shot to find seized. Bomb dropped inside of the pit. You're right, 5 seconds, Simple can do nothing with it. He's got to back off. Neo and Pasha survived. AWP step on either side, but it's the second round for Virtus Pro.
It's stepping up there. That's what we needed after having that interesting exchange towards the banana area as well. It seemed like Na'Vi had the perfect cue to make it their way towards the B site. Opted to fall back here, but Taz mows him down. Much needed frags there from the captain of the...
Hiding some stuff. You do also wonder, though, if people are rusty from the player break. I mean, this is the first event after the player break. There's only been maybe like a week that people have been back from that. Sometimes that can be refreshing to people, and they actually come back better from taking the break. For some people, it can kind of make them take a hit and get them a little bit rusty. So you have to kind of wonder how that factors in.
Yeah, I think it depends on the player, because some people definitely do benefit from taking a little bit of time away from the game and just mentally resetting, just completely relaxing and not bother touching the game. I think it was Nico.
They haven't really let themselves a whole lot of time in these rounds, mostly because they keep bouncing back and forth instead of committing to something in the mid-round. And this time, though, there is no hesitation. They're barreling into the B-bomb side. It's a bit of a stack, but they're breaking through. Stewie, though, responds with a couple of op frags, and they don't find automatic. He's found the frag, and now it's a 2-on-2. There's a chance for C9 here.
There is, but it's fleeting, considering that Skadoodle has a USP and nothing else. Now, they're going to have a potential buy into the next round, although it wouldn't be fantastic. So the reasons to save a CZ armor, not really that many. No reason for Skadoodle to try and save, of course. So I expect them to go for this. Flashbang by Rush. Skadoodle comes out into the open, gets drilled by Valda. He will finish off the rest. So North have done it. They've drew us back to even. But Cloud9 will have another buy on the horizon.
Yeah, that time, North, like 1v1 from Skadoodle, just being bold and getting out there after Config made things look like he'd recover again. Not this time. And now it's North who has the force buy. They're trying to push into lane, but they're getting caught by all the crossfires of C9. They're getting absolutely chopped down, and the round is over. Cloud9 are up 6-5. They're starting to find that second wind.
Yeah, North are straight up broke. So the pendulum of the economy goes back.
Angle of attack to maybe leverage something on that side of the map. As MSL, Config, and Valor, they're kind of bunching up over here, over towards Moto. Skadoodle is watching it with the AWP from Library. He's been smoked off, so he rotates over to Arch. Rush will play behind the smoke, trying to see if anyone's actually going to try to come around. But he will actually back off into the side. As soon as he does, they will come into Arch, but Skadoodle lands up the 2-for-1. What a time to pull that out. It's now going to be a 5-on-3, and North have just had the door slammed in their face, and they're getting picked apart now. Tarek with one. Skadoodle re-peeks into Moto, grabs another frag, and Rush finishes it off. So it's 8-6 in favor of C9. What a big play from Skadoodle. They were starting to get some room on that Arch side, and Skadoodle absolutely. The distraction was set, and he capitalizes. Rush down from pit. He cuts off out in the apartments. They're wrapping Moto, but Rush is holding this ground inside the pit. He's already found a couple of kills. He finds another, and he will just get the one tap to finish it. Oh my goodness. These individual plays from Cloud9 all have been very exciting, and that is no exception. As Rush ensures a 9th round for C9 at the very end. What a play. And Cloud9, I mean, they had a damn good CT.
Couldn't do anything against the armor. The MP9, it put so many bullets in, but they just got absorbed. Henny, it's enough damage for him to contribute and follow up, but he goes overcommitment onto Crims. That puts him down because then Crims is able to walk back out. Lucas, it's all down to KNG. The low HP should favor him, and he's going to find one of the open. Nearly gets them both lined up spots and follows through, but just barely. They lose 4 in doing so.
Well then, that got a little bit exciting, didn't it? Well, the bomb gets planted, and a few kills obtained as well. So I feel like that's fine for Fnatic. With Lekro and Flusher still alive, two of the key fraggers, of course. Lekro, he seems to be in great form as well at the moment. Flusher finds a frag, but KNG keeps on adding to his total with that AWP. Finds 3 now, and it's going to be gold in the last play remaining. 17 points of health. Surely he goes down here. The headshot narrowly missed, but bolts to finish things off. 4-0 Immortals. I was questioning that early investment with the double AWPs, but you can't argue with the results. 4-0, and there has to be an eco now for Fnatic. This is what I kind of expected at this point.
Might as well just had a bayonet on the end of it.
Yeah, pretty much did. 5-0 Immortals, looking great here on Cobblestone. This is best of 1 GSL format. I guess for an underdog here, it's always been said that the Swiss format certainly lends itself towards the lesser teams. You know, obviously you get 3 lives, and every time you lose a game, you lose to an arguably weaker opponent and stuff like that. But it's a bit rough, this format, for the likes of the Boots, for example, and maybe this team Fnatic, their first showing. Like, if you lose 1 map, then you've only got 1 left.
Steel inches closer and closer. Should find the first kill easily enough on Lekro. Standard formation would be that he's at long and jumps up. I think he's got the time.
Yeah, definitely does. That's lovely from Steel. Great awareness as well, eradicating risk with that drop incendiary on the steps. He knows that area is clear. Look towards the bomb site, finds a low HP player. It's almost certain that the remaining terrorist will be towards that upper platform. Somehow out-duels him there as well. The fact he has to jump up and then find the shot, that's pretty wonderful. I thought, okay, he'll get that kill. No
vision for him.
Yeah.
There's only one way he can peek. He peeks directly toward you. That doesn't make any sense to me. As Lucas now sits front side stable, has to swing perfectly, but Lekro is there instead. As Steel gets golden back, he goes more aggressive to find Flusha as well over the top of the hood. He's taken down Lekro for good, at least for the half. Round 15, it's all down to a 1 versus 3 on Steel's good doing. And Crims is the last alive, found by Steel yet again through the wall. Perfect round for him. 10-5 for Immortals at half.
Double digits for the Brazilian side. very comfortable with the early stages there, but Fnatic got it together.
Shotgun! JW, that is incredible that he hits all 4. First 2, okay, fair enough. The others, quite impressive with the shotgun.
There's a smile.
It's gone now, though.
Nice.
As soon as you mentioned it.
Yeah. Back to business. We'll have a look. I didn't see that coming.
Bang. Bang. Okay, those two, fair enough.
Wow.
I know, but these two with them that close was quite nice. I would have thought he would have gone down at that point.
Here we go, then.
Look, just let me get my vocal cord.
Aggressive or not, when you have 2 pistols as a scout, and you get an itchy trigger finger, and you want to try and make plays. Sunny with a FAMAS. Oh, that nade. And a second one. Didn't actually hit Sunny at all. I thought that could have even threatened his life, but managed to just about dive out the way. Still, 2 nades for 50 damage, definitely worth. Flashbang is pixel perfect, and Fitch right out. You can sense blood. Beautiful shot by Chris J with the scout. But it's only going to yield him 1, and that's not good enough. Especially considering that Mousesports have already had 3 players drop now. Make it 4. And now all drops, and it's not going to happen. Gambit, clear cut, emphatic victory over Mousesports. 16-6, swipe them away. Maneuver through into a pretty...
I mean, if he can't get back into the action with an AWP rotating through vents or even up the ladder, not a whole lot of opportunities for him to get into the fight if this is successful.
Oh, and one to the corner as well. Look at all these grenades raining in. Olofmeister, no chance at all. Kerrigan going to be going down. Finally, there's a reply, but it is not enough. Forrest will take down Nico. Rain and Guardian now just going to have to try and back off. Forrest with a double kill, and Rain now with a 1 versus 4. That's just a very effective round from NIP.
Yeah, they had plenty of time to line all of that up as well and just execute. And the great thing about it is, I mean, they do get a kill from one of the Molotovs forcing a player out of position, but even if you don't, that's so many spots that you just don't have to clear that you don't really have to worry about because you've got the utility to block them off. So nice clinical from NIP. Forrest is going to finish it off. And like we said, that's the economy for Faze. They're out. They either have to half-buy, get some pistols with armor, maybe a shotgun, but not a whole lot of options left. So NIP, even losing the pistol round, are going to get right back into it. Great chance for them to tie it up, and that's...
Sort of put into play just half a second too late or something.
I think it was Draken that got the trade on Guardian with the AWP, and, I mean, props to him for not being thrown off by Kerrigan, because obviously at that angle, Kerrigan's throwing a little bit of a bait for Guardian to get one shot and fall back.
Yeah.
But the off doing its job. That's one of the great uses of the AWP. You just hold a corner, hold an angle to support your team, and that's exactly what Draken does with that trade.
Again, the Molotovs are raining in, a similar executors to the one we saw earlier. And look at how difficult it is to stand anywhere on this bomb site. There's fire everywhere, and Get Right picking up a double kill, making it 5 versus 1 now. Rain hiding in the corner here in the 14th round, and he's going to go down to Get Right as well. There's the triple. There's the 9th round for NIP. This is very impressive.
It is. And, I mean, especially considering FaZe wins the pistol round. Now, that turns into a saving grace for the CT side, where you're just saying they would have almost nothing. They've only won 2 gun rounds, but it's tough in this upper bomb site, especially as a new team, I would imagine, where when he can, that's nice. That's exactly what you need. Nico knows it, though. He hears the footsteps.
It's a 3 kill for him right now. He needs one more headshot here against Forrest. Any damage on him, and he's going to go down to the Deagle, and Forrest will be able to do it. No trouble at all there. Double kill for him, taking down Nico, even taking a moment to get the spray. Oh.
That's some 1.6 stuff. The graffiti spray on the dead body.
Yeah. Wish we could have sprays from 1.6, but I think most of them would be illegal in today's world.
Especially the customs.
Especially the custom guard it's almost a bit of a sort of a legend status on its own. He's so good at it, they're going to be shutting him down. Forrest with a great double kill. Almost making sure they win the round immediately. Forrest again in play now with the triple. And there's the quad kill taking down Kerrigan, putting him at 21 kills in just 18 rounds.
Just a Forrest game, isn't it?
Just a Forrest game.
That's sick stuff from him. Really nicely done. Yeah, FaZe, well, here's the tough part about that buy, right? It's kind of like you do want to see that with a skilled lineup, but now that you lose that round, this is...
And Kenny S, a laden weight on the prowl. Kenny's going to get sidelined by Scream, but elsewhere, it's going the way of the CT. Scream with the headshot, long range. Needs to get one more. Oh, if Envious actually pulled this off, I don't think our PK's got enough time. This is so close, but they're going to run out of time. And the embarrassment is real for Envy. They cut it too close. And G2 just about by a slither survive.
Yeah, you really hate to see that. I mean, Envy, they were trying to...
That should have been a kill, you have to feel. I think a flashbang landed, but Shox did have a few shots to eye up. And now XMS is going to get the frag, and the bomb plant will be coming right back behind it. The spray through the coffins, actually, will deny the plant by Apex. And nobody covering XMS, maybe assuming that the Molotov would keep them at bay. Now Apex just goes on a tear, destroying everybody with the FAMAS. And G2 have just about held on, but Envious will have enough for yet another buy coming up right now.
Indeed, Envious just had a little bit too much faith in that Molotov, thinking it was going to be enough to thwart any type of...
Just saw him, and how has MBK not died to the flames? For sure he's a dead man. Now Envious are able to basically just do hit and runs tactics, but XMS with a double UMP frag is able to put this round back in contention, but Apex with his MP9 gets a 4K. And G2 actually win the round. I have no idea what the hell just happened.
Dude, like, that round was pretty wild, to be 100% honest. Like, G2 looked to firmly have it in their hands.
I mean, you did say at the very beginning that these guys have gone neck and neck almost every time that they've played recently. And this is looking like it could be more of the same. kennyS, though, is going to open up his account in this round by taking down his 20th kill. 45 seconds left, managing to mitigate the flash and pounces out with a fire shot onto RPK. Reactions on point. Flash. Smoke's being thrown down onto the site, but Happy's able to stand and deliver with one. It's such a sketchy position now, knowing he's surrounded by enemies, and, well, the nade is going to claim his life. It's all on screen. He's played well, and there's the first shot. It's going to open up a real hope now, trading across to the AK-47. As a kit. But this has GG written all over it. Shox and kennyS both playing solid positions, able to cover one another. Playing becoming that, which will be Tommy the PT50. He's going to catch Tarek as he switches to his nades. Still gets a lot of damage down onto Tommy. 12 health left. Make that none. Skadoodle is maybe going to be on for a 3k this round. Moxie going to go peeking with his Deagle. Does have control of the bomb as well. Could have just gone for the outright plant. Of course, he's not entirely sure as to where the CTs are. He's got Skadoodle, who's coming up round the back. In fact, it's Rush, pardon me. Skadoodle's still in the kitchen. Flicks across to Moxie. And that's going to be yet another one.
Surprised he didn't see him when he first jumped through. I don't know if it was black bars or if he just wasn't paying attention, but nonetheless, it didn't really play a factor in the round. The reaction was on point. Cloud9 are now up 9-2. They had the double AWP set up in play. Boot back onto a full buy with AKs and utility and head armor. Kind of wondering if they're going to start changing something up, start doing something a little bit different.
You see, funnel their way back onto the site. They do have a kit in the hands of Impression. Rush at the balcony, or the bench, pardon me. Skadoodle is going to land the headshot onto Moxie. And with a player coming around the backside, which is going to be automatic, that's pretty much the round done. Bench has been spotted in B-Apps. And Cloud9 cruising to a 14-2 lead.
Yeah, there really hasn't been much resistance here from the team of Singapore. Again, props to them to even make them to B after denying information A. Like, they have their options open, but it seems like they're firmly entrenching themselves on the A side of the map, so it seems like that is where they want to take this.
Yeah, as you say, especially as Fnatic don't have a player that's pushing up around the back of them. At this point, they're not entirely sure. Now, it's becoming more and more apparent, more and more prevalent as to where Envy is going to try and traipse on. And it's all over the A site. Flush is on the site himself, but he's gone down. And back is not going to play any further part of his pistol. But RPK and Sixer are going to try and hold off the retake. Crims with a kit, and he's joined by Electro. Crims is trying to spam the USP and will actually land the headshot eventually, leaving RPK, who has been a consistent monster for Envious over this last month or so. And I'll be hoping he can come up trumps here, but to be honest, he's got 9 health, and he's a goner. Down he goes to the hands of Crims. Fnatic will claim first blood in this all USP out range, as opposed to any kind of a primary weapon. He is going to land the headshot all the same, and now he's got an AWP. What? Lacro's just been knocked out of his shoes. What a clutch.
What a clutch from XMS. I'm going to be honest, I didn't see anything else that round because I was stuck on a glitch smoke grenade. You know, that little awesome bug we have in the
boards, winning an unlikely round.
Yeah, stealing that AWP, but I mean, it's unlikely, but it's well-deserved. Punishing the mistakes from Faze early on in the round. That's a peak that probably doesn't need to occur, and then grabbing the AWP, and Oscar just does all the work from there. Great shots with the AWP, baiting and trading his teammates perfectly. Gets him their first round, and Rain still goes for that at the end, even in a 1-on-3, because they just had so much money. Rain was at 10,000, a couple players at 8,000, so now switching into the double-off setup. And you're right, and so is the desk. It is Kerrigan, who's done very well on this map with an AWP.
Figure out where he is really quickly here. They don't have any grenades to get rid of him, though, so he might have a very clear shot, and maybe he could save this round. He's done remarkably already. He's got the lineup. Here's the bomb being tapped, takes down Olofmeister, and now Kerrigan coming in for the shot. He shoulder peeks him, and Oscar to take him down for the triple. What a remarkable round. Once again, Oscar at 7 kills, just saving Mousesports at the moment.
Right, that's so beautiful as well. The individual, the 1-on-2, getting Olaf, and then the shoulder peek, obviously, to bait out the shot. Just so well done. Kerrigan could already in, getting into the action as well. The spam through the smoke, a little bit fortunate, but the follow-ups are all great. And this is what happens if you don't have Guardian properly blocked off. That smoke comes in a little bit late. I'm not sure if that was miscommunication, but that little half-assed peek from Palace isn't going to do anything against Guardian, is it? He's loving that.
Oscar with the hero AWP. That is very interesting. We'll see if it's going to pay off or not. He obviously had quite a bit of money. Robs as well, actually.